Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I'm taking a break from the new molds today and we're going to do the thermochromic powder today. So there are 5 colors. These are by RESIN and we're going to use all 5 because I want to show you what they do. This one's cyan, green, yellow, purple and pink, orange and yellow, dark green and lime, and violet and blue. So these all are going to have their own project. So before that, I want to show you something new in the eBay store because I don't have time to do a video right now, but I will get to it. So I have 2 new cool inlays to show you, and they are sheets. Check these out. This one is all 3-dimensional bubbles of all different sizes. This is 6 by 4 inches. And you can cut this in whatever shape you want to cut it. So if you want round or for a tray or something, cut it however you want it or leave it this long. And then this one is the same size except it is like tufted, like pillow tufted. So cute. So I'm going to do these in a project upcoming, but I have certain things that have to get done before I can do that. So that's what we're working on today. So I'm going to make... For thermochromic, you know, it changes when it gets hot or cold. So I'm thinking, what can I do with 5 colors for hot or cold? So of course it's going to be coasters because I'm not going to do 5 different tumblers, although I could probably put them all on one tumbler, but I'm not going to do a tumbler video because a lot of you don't make tumblers. So we're going to do 2 different sets today. 2 of them are going to have these. I got all these in Happy Mail recently and I'm so excited to use them. They each came out of a different package. So these 2 will go together. It's a holographic fish and jellyfish in a coaster, those 2. And those 2 are going to get these colors here. The violet blue and the purple pink. So each one will get a color. And then the set of 3 that I will do, I'm going to do square just for something different. And I had this one for quite a while. And this is just a holographic silver. And then these 2 came in the Happy Mail. So this one's got a bluish green and this is like an orangish yellow. So we're going to do dark green and lime with the bluish one. Or no, I'm sorry, with the silver one. And then the cyan, green, and yellow for that one. And then the orange and yellow for that one. So I think that will be perfect. These hold about 3 ounces each. And I tested my holographics with some UV resin on another sticker. And I did not lose the holographic underneath the resin. Because a lot of times you can lose holographics under your resin. But since it's not imprinted on there, we're not going to lose it. So that's good because I want to be able to go over the sticker with another layer of resin. So since these hold 3, I'm going to mix up 2 ounces per and put a color in each one. So we'll be doing 5 separate colors today. And I was going to use my fast cure. However, I don't want to rush. And I don't know if I'm going to have to rush. So I'm just going to mix up my epoxy so I don't have to rush because I got to split it 5 ways and mix them all and, you know, the whole thing, vacuum chamber them. So let's just do the epoxy. I'll have 40 minutes and it's not going to take me that long, obviously. So let's get started, guys. I got 10 ounces mixed up and split in all these little cups. I love these little silicone cups that were also Happy Mail. These are from Little Windows if you want them. I've got a coupon code for you if you want to take advantage of that. So I'm just going to put some powder, and the only thing that I don't know, I guess I should start doing research before I'm using products. I'm going to be top coating, obviously. Will the reaction, color changing reaction, work with that top coat on? Some of you already know this answer. I, however, do not. So you're welcome to tell me in the comments. However, we're going to learn that today because unfortunately I'm not live, and if you're all yelling at me that it's not going to work, I'm wasting my time, I can't hear you. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it for all of you who don't know the answer to that. So don't go in the comments and start reading them for the spoiler alert. I know all of you do. All of you are always reading those comments while you're watching this video, aren't you? All right, that one is, let me put the lid on it. It's nice and dark. And I'm sure when it's curing and getting really hot, it's going to change color. Violet and blue. That's one of the set of two. And then this other purple one. Let's see, let me grab a paper towel real quick so I can wipe my stick off between, and then I'm going to run them all through the vacuum chamber. I don't know if it matters how much powder we put in. I guess we're going to find out. I have never used these. This is purple and pink. So these two colors were for the fish and the jellyfish. Hopefully they look decent on that color. I wanted those holographic stickers to work out. I had another batch of stickers that came in the Happy Mail, except the butterfly was brownish and tan, and I didn't think any of these really would go with a brown and tan, so that's why I grabbed that silver one. I can talk today, Michelle. I can talk today instead of the brown and tan one. All right. Those look pretty deep in color. We're going to go with that. I don't want to mess up 5 different sticks. That's why I just wipe my stick off. Now these don't look spectacular in the bottle. They're not like shiny and iridescent-y or anything like that. So I'm counting on the resin to make them look good. This is cyan, green, yellow. Hopefully they will. And these cups I love because not only are they small, they hold about 3 ounces where you can still stir, but there's no ridges on the sides. And you can get all of that powder off. And this powder likes to stick to the edges, I see. So I want to make sure, as those sit there, I'm seeing some powder come up. So I do need to remix, but I won't make you sit through that. Not that I make you sit through anything, but you have the power. You have the power in your hands with those fast forward buttons. But I see that these they don't melt like other powders. Obviously, these are made with something special. So let's let that one sit here because I see that one needs to be restirred. This one, no, that one looks pretty good. So we'll just let them all wait. I'll wait till the end and restir them before I put them through the vacuum chamber. This one again is orange and yellow. Oh, doesn't look orange right now. Looks pretty pink to me. So how am I going to show you? I'm wondering, maybe I can get a cold cup of something to put on the coaster to try it, or an ice cube, something quick so we don't have to wait for the reaction too long. And then I can take my heat gun, I guess, and show you what they look like under heat. And I would assume a hot cup of tea or coffee, depending on what you like, or a cold cup of iced tea or soda or whatever you like will make that reaction for you. I really want to do this, and I probably will. I think I'm going to do this on a tumbler video if you guys want to see that, because I'm interested to see, because your tumbler would be like 2 different colors as you drink it, depending on if it's hot or cold in there, because the other half would be the other way. This one was dark green and lime. Looks blue to me. I wonder if I picked the right colors for those stickers. I might have to interchange them with something else. Oh gosh, I hope not. I thought this was more blue, but this is supposed to be green and lime. All right. Let's see, I need to restir a couple of them. So I'll get that done and I will meet you over at the vacuum chamber. Did you notice in the vacuum chamber they changed colors because they're heating up? Super cool. These are the two that are going in the round ones, and this one is the purple and blue. No. The violet and blue. So this is now blue, and this is the color it was. And this one is the purple and pink. So it definitely darkened. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be a pink color because this isn't looking very pink to me. I'm just gonna spritz these with a little alcohol and scrape them in there and set them aside. These are not gonna hold that much. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have a lot of extra. Oh no, I didn't want all this extra. I guess the circles are smaller than the squares. Surprise! I see some powders in here that were not mixed. So I'm just gonna take it as high as I can with leaving a space so I have extra. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a bunch of extra. I didn't think about what I can use it for that will change colors. Just trying to scrape that back down in there. Let me pour a little bit more in this one. Shoot, I didn't want all this extra. I'm gonna just spritz these. I bet they change color with the spritz because of cold alcohol. And go around the edge. Where's my little tool? To make sure I don't have any bubbles lodged in those corners because I can't see them. If there are there, I have some bubbles on top, but easy enough to spritz out of there or take a long neck lighter. And I'm just gonna move these aside. And we're gonna get the other three up here and see how much I have left. Oh goodness, what can I make? I guess it depends how much I have, right? I'm just gonna pop these bubbles real quick before I move them. All right, we'll get those over here and these over here. We'll do it like that. Hopefully you can see. Okay, let's do lime green. And that one was cyan, green, yellow, maybe no. This is, I think it's this one, dark green and lime. I don't know. I'm guessing this is the dark green and lime because it looks lime to me. And I'm seeing that you have to stir better than I stirred with those powders. So I hope I'm not like putting more bubbles in here than I wanted. Let's see if this takes the whole 2 ounces. Oh, good. That did. I'm gonna just leave a little bit left in here because I don't want to completely fill it up because I need some space for my sticker and my top coat. Okay, let's do this one. As you can see, the 2 colors in there. I'm just gonna mix it up because I see the powder again. So yeah, that powder is definitely a little chunkier than a normal mica powder. And it's gonna just be going crazy as it cures from hot to cool. This one looks like I can fill it all the way. I better not scrape the cup. I don't wanna take any chances of overfilling. And then one more. This one is now dark green with some powders sitting on top. And then I'll go around these edges with my little tool and make sure I don't have any bubbles. I guess I could put these in like some pendants and then when it's on your skin, it'll change colors. I don't know, we'll have to see. I gotta remix them all before I do anything with it. But before that, I'm just going to spritz everything. Go around here. Not so fast that you take out all your resin. This is not 100% foolproof, but at least some of it will dislodge any bubbles around there. It works better if you can actually see the bubbles and know what you're working with, so I'm just kind of going blind here, hoping if any are on the edges that they are going to dislodge with this tool. I've got 1.5, probably 2 ounces. Let me find something to put it in and I'll meet you back here. I think I'm just gonna layer my little snail. That's what I'm gonna do with it. So what color should I put in the head? Should I put blue? Yellow? I don't know. What color would the head be? Well, we're gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna stack my colors and see what happens. I can't remember how much this holds now that I'm doing this. I don't think it'll hold more than this. Let's do the lime green. And then the regular green. I hope I get all the colors in here. And then some blue. I have no idea what kind of reaction this will get when it's hot and cold. Well, you know what? This is a good way to test. And I'm gonna have some left over still, so this does not hold 2 ounces. Okay, that's it for that. Let me find something else to put this in. Let's do a little swirly swirl on the bottom. And then, I think, you know what? I'm gonna do this pendant. Let's put it right here. And let's do it in the blue. That would be really pretty, and it will change color on your neck. Probably to this gorgeous, oh no, I don't have enough. Oh gosh, now I gotta really scrape. Come on, you got enough. I know you're in here. So close. So when your body is warm, it will be this beautiful cobalt blue on you. Oh man, so close. I may have to put a back coat on this one in order to glue a flat back bail because it is not domed. But I'm wondering if I just put a little bit more right in the center, if we would even see it from the front. I could be ruining this piece. I very well could be ruining this piece. Okay, that's domed and those two are gone. So let's use the water ripple pendant mold. That way they will change colors on you when I give them away. We got a tiny little bit of green, probably enough for one. And then I don't think I have enough of the lime. I'm just gonna dome that, so that's enough. That's it for that one. I don't think I have enough lime. So I'm just gonna put the rest of the lime in its coaster so I don't waste it. And I have some pink left. So this is already turning back to purple, so we'll fill up some hearts. I guess we'll probably fill all of them up. There's plenty in here. I totally miscalculated those round ones. Oops, too much, too much, too much. Don't make a mess, come on. I don't like trimming pendants. I don't like the way it leaves the edge. So I try not to have to trim my pendants. It doesn't always work. But I want them domed because when they shrink, they're like the perfect size for the flat back bail. There. Yeah, it looks like I will have enough for all of it. And one more. Oh, that one's really high. I could top up a couple of them. One drip. Use it up. One drip. Drip and a drip. And I don't think anymore. And that's pretty much it. So I will probably be over pouring the top coat because I'm really not sure. Just gonna spray everybody and meet you right here. I had to cool these down because two of them were completely yellow and I didn't know what was what. So they're all cool. So this is the colors when they're cool. So I was like, I didn't want to put the wrong one on the wrong one. Not that it really matters because they all kind of go on anyone at this point. So I don't think it really mattered. So I could have done it warm. So regardless, I'm just going to take the little butterflies. Do I do it turned? Because if I don't get it straight, you'll obviously know. So if I turn them, I'm going to turn them. I wasn't going to, but now that I'm thinking about it, if I don't get it completely straight, it will be a dead giveaway that they're not straight. Now I hope the clear parts of these stickers go away under the resin. I washed them down with a little alcohol first because I did have some fingerprints on there. Do we do all the same way? Maybe we should. And then I will mix up. I'm contemplating my crushed crystal, you guys. It's been a couple of days, I think. I don't know, did I use it yesterday? I don't remember. Oh gosh, I can't get this one. This one's a little different. I hope this one is a sticker. I'm pretty sure it's a sticker. I know I bought stickers. Why can't I get it off? There it goes. There she goes. We're just gonna stick it right there. Push out any bubbles. If you can't get them out, get a knife, which I can't get that one out, and slice it open. And then it'll go out. Ta-da! Like magic. I don't think there's any in these two. And then the jellyfish and the little beta fish for these two. Why are they always so difficult? Could use 2 pieces of tape. I just don't want to go get it, that's all. This one, gosh, I hope we don't see the sticker part. Let me grab a paper towel and push harder instead of my finger ripping it. That's good. Good enough, I guess. And a little fish, and then I gotta figure out how much resin. I'm sure I'll end up with too much. Oops, that's down now. I'm just gonna rub this one out. Check for bubbles. If there's bubbles under there, you're probably gonna see them. under the resin. Then you'll be scrambling to figure out how to fix that. Like that bubble right there. Just gonna slice it open, squeeze the air out. And right there. Think I got them. I don't see any more. All right, I don't know. I'll figure out how much, and I gotta figure out if I want sparkle in them or what kind of sparkle, and we'll go from there. I'm using the 4-hour this time, not the epoxy. I'm just draining my little thingy right there. Let me move something over here, guys. And I didn't put crushed crystal in. I'm on my rainbow shimmer kick. So I already put that in and ran it through the vacuum chamber. So it's got a bunch of sparkle in there. Now this one's got some epoxy in there already. So we're just gonna go over these, seal everything in, let it shine. Hopefully the holographics won't go away because I tested it. I really did. I need to move my paper towel. I'm just gonna get these nice and domed so we don't have to trim if I don't need to. Oh, I can see the holographic through there. I don't know how much I need. I mixed up 8 ounces. I figure 1.5 ounces each maybe. A little less for the round ones. A little more for the big ones. Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just used to extra. I just don't want to mix up more, that's all. I don't mind the extra. I just don't want to mix up more. Let's see what we got. And this shimmer will hide any bubbles, even though I did put it through the vacuum chamber and get all the bubbles out, but you just don't know when you're trying to scrape cups and everything. You're incorporating more bubbles. And I don't know if I'm going to trim these out. Sometimes I'll throw rhinestones around the edges, but these are all different colors, so I'm not quite sure that I'm going to do that. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm going to have extra, a lot extra, I think. Oh. You would think I would be better at guessing this by now. Especially when you split molds in half and you don't know exactly how much is in there and... oh well. And then once they're done, we're gonna see what they look like under hot and cold. Somehow. I'm not quite sure how yet. I haven't gotten that far. One step at a time, one step at a time. That's good. Maybe a little more. Okay. I don't want to heat gun these to get any more bubbles out because they're way domed. Definitely didn't need 8 ounces. Maybe 6. Let me check this one. I don't want to do too many characters because that's a lot of work in the end. I have 2.5 ounces left. What can I make that I don't need to finish? That's the question. Let me spray these. Hopefully they don't go over the edge. When you spray them, it could sometimes break the surface tension. I am going to just drizzle in a little bit in this one. Just till you see that edge stop like being wrinkled. I don't know if that's the right word. It looks a tiny little bit wrinkled on an edge, and then once you dome it right, that wrinkle goes away. Right there. I'm just gonna try to, oh, that's already dry. Okay. I didn't want that wet. Okay, let me find a mold for, oh no, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got it. No emergency. Okay, woo. That's good. And I just noticed, well, take it back. I was gonna say I can't see the sticker, but I don't see the sticker in these two. I do see the edge of the sticker in this, but you know why? Because they put holographics on it. That's why. Why would they do that? Didn't they know this was going under resin? Yeah, you could see these stickers, but you can't see these. So 2 out of 5, not too bad. Let me get a mold. I'm not sure which one. And we're gonna pour the rest of this in there. I got the conch tray out, so you're not gonna see the sparkle like the rainbow shimmer probably through here, but I think this will look really pretty in the clear. So that's why I grabbed this one, because I've never poured this one in clear before. And this might as well be clear, because if you put glitter in this type of mold, you're really not gonna see the glitter behind all these facets. I'm just gonna rub some of these bubbles out of them. They do like to form in those little ones around the edge. Hopefully, I'm gonna have enough room in my description box for all these things. If I miss something, let me know. I'll get it for you. Just leave a comment. I'm just gonna get all these little tiny bubbles out. And I know it's not gonna hold all of this, but it'll hold a good part of it. Just needs a little bit more. All right, I have about, I don't know, an ounce? What have I got? About an ounce. Yeah, exactly 1 ounce left. So that holds exactly 1.5. I don't know why I can't remember that. 1.5, so 1 ounce. What can I do? I'll surprise you. I'll show you at Demold. Since there was no reveal on the coasters, I went ahead and finished them as you saw, and the 2 Sea Life ones I thought fitting were pearls around the edge. So I just took some flat back pearls and I one by one, that's why you were on a fast forward, because that took a long time. So those are the 2 coasters, and these are cold, so I'm going to, when I'm finished, get the heat gun and I'm going to heat everything up for you. These are still a little wet. I just finished. So I put the diamond-like rhinestones on all of them because I wanted them to go as a set, and if I don't have a color to match every single one of them, then I do all 3 the same, and these kind go with everything. So those look gorgeous. So these, we will heat everything up. So I did finish some of the extras. I poured some hair clips while I was waiting for everything to cool down. So I just put the hair clip on the back. And these are from Into Resin as well. So those are adorable. I just put some, so the leftover clear with the rainbow shimmer, I put some nail powder in purple, really light pastel purple. So that's where that color came from. And then I also poured this butterfly with the same color. Oh, I shouldn't have put the rhinestones away. I like putting them on their little leaves. or leaves, their little wings, not their leaves. And you can kind of see the shimmer through that. Not too bad, so I'll have to finish that one. And this one I always have to trim right there every time. So there's definitely something in that mold there. And then we have the conch tray. Let's see how it looks in a clear. Beautiful, of course. Now you can see the shimmer a little bit. It's not like really prevalent, but I think clear is gorgeous on their molds, obviously. I mean, how can you go wrong? I do want to trim up these edges. I did trim all the edges on the coasters before I started putting the rhinestones on, except I used my deburring tool. And the best way, I didn't do it under the camera because the best way to do it is to hang it off the edge of your table. And then you have the most control over that particular tool. So that's what I did out of camera shot, so I can get a nice even edge. This one just needs a tiny little bit in a few spots. So I don't ever do anything to these. I did at first and wiped it all off because these don't need anything. They're gorgeous just the way they are. Oh, I did all the pendants. These are all the cold color. These are the nail powders, and this one is also one of the coaster colors, so we'll take a heat gun to these. All I did was put on some flat back bales. I did put the green in the back, but thank God it didn't come to the front. So these will all change color if you get warm while you're wearing them. So we'll show you what color these turn to. I'm gonna have to put a note on those when I give them away. Just thought about that. And this is a snail. I hope he's cool enough. I think he is. I don't want to break off any eyes this time. Oh, look at him. How funny. So I'm interested to see what he looks like when he's all warmed up. So let's finish this guy off. I just want to trim the bottom. Oh, he might be a little too soft to trim. Maybe not. It's always best to trim when they're completely cooled, and you'll get a nicer edge. But because it's bothering me, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to use it like a knife instead. Shave it off like that. Just a little bit. And I'm going to paint his eyes. And I'm going to grab my little embellishment case and see what I have that can go with him. So let me grab a couple things. I'm just gonna get his eyes painted white so it can start drying. This is my oil-based paint. It covers the best for a white. The only white that covers everything. And this one is like three-dimensional eye sticking out, so it's kind of hard to go all the way around evenly, but you just have to take your time and do it. But he is adorable when he's done. And I usually put eyelashes on them. Come on, paint. There we go. It works much better when it's flowing out. And then underneath. And then this one. Okay, so I got his little face and shell painted, I did take out some eyelashes, and I also took out a hitchhiker, a little turtle. So I usually put like a little rubber ducky on their back, but this time I forgot I had these little turtles. For the eyelashes, I just cut them in thirds. And this one's got really big eyes, so these big eyelashes look pretty good on her. And then these ones are sticky, so I just stick it down. And then I go over the back seam with some UV resin. Just gotta get them even so they look right, because that is definitely not even. And don't put them on upside down, they'll look like eyebrows. You don't want eyebrows coming off of her eyelashes. That looks pretty even. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of little bonding UV resin carefully. I'm just gonna put it on my table here and get a scribe. And I just put it on the back of the eyelash with a scribe. And then I cure it. Because that sticky stuff is just, it's not sticky enough for a forever cure. I wonder if this light's gonna do anything. I don't think so. It's not gonna get hot. So I'm just gonna cure that and then glue the little turtle on her back. I think I might put a bow. What do you think? I think I might put a bow on her neck. Something like that. E6000 I will use for the turtle. I'm just gonna put a little dab on the bottom of him. Squish him on her back. And, oh, a bow. Let me grab a bow. What color bow? That is the question. Should we do purple? Cream? Probably not cream. How about white? Yeah, I think the white looks good with her eyes. Oh, I need some more glue. Let's grab the bow and the glue. I'm just gonna stick it on her neck and let it dry. Take a little bit of that extra out. And that's it. I think I have finished everything finally for the night. That took quite a while. Oh, I want to show you with the heat gun. Let me just put a couple things away and I will grab my heat gun. I got my heat gun out. So here she is before the heat gun. Take a good look. And let's see what she looks like after. I'm not gonna hold her, I gotta put her down. I wanna burn my fingers off. Let me just heat her up and see what happens. Oh, that shouldn't be. What happened to her eyelashes? Oh, the heat is making them fall. No. I'm gonna have to redo her eyelashes, you guys. They're ruined. I'm gonna take them off. I'll redo them after. Oh, she looks so naked now. Okay, let's see what she's looking like here. Her face is getting bright green. And I bet the turtle is gonna fall off. She's like leaning. You know what? We're not going to see this run right now because he's not completely dry. So all we're going to see is her face turn bright green. Let's see what happens to the other stuff. All right, this is them cold. I'll do these 3 and these 3. Well, those are getting warm anyway, it doesn't matter. So they're turning from purple to pink. And then this green and blue, let's see what happens to the green and blue one. So that's the dark green and the lime green. And then the blue one, I hope I'm not loosening up all the bales I glued on a while ago. Blue one is not changing. Why? Oh, I did loosen it up. I'm just gonna not touch them. Come on, blue one. That one's hard. That one's not wanting to change. Probably gonna ruin it. Now I don't even know. Is that a little different? No, it still looks the same color blue. That's interesting. Let's try these. Well, gosh, you know what, guys? I just put this stuff on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my heat mat on. That way I don't mess up the tops of these, and I'll just get you pictures at the end and you'll be able to see the difference. So I'll take a picture of these cold and a picture of them warm. That way you could see the difference. And the same with all these, because I don't want to ruin all the tops. And this should work on there as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so stick around for the pictures if you want to see the color change. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this wasn't too long. I honestly don't know because I haven't done any editing yet. So regardless, I know you guys don't care. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.